The guy who really gets this right is Doug Collins. He's the ranking. This is the House Judiciary Committee, which called in McGahn, and Doug Collins is the ranking Republican on the committee, and he just describes what's going on there perfectly.
Here we go again. The theater is open, and the summations are coming in. In fact, right now we're again running over the norms of congressional oversight. We're dabbing at the edges of rubbing roughshod on the Constitution, asking for things that we don't. But I am glad about one thing. I'm glad that the chairman read into the record today the Mueller report. I'm glad that he quoted, as he said, this is a quote directly from the Mueller report. I just wish my chairman would actually go read the rest of it that he has been offered to read, which he has chose not to read. But he did leave out one thing. He left out something in the Mueller report from just now. He read McGahn's testimony beautifully, did everything right, but he left out what he doesn't want to have to come back to, and the frustrating thing that has brought us here again and again and again, and that is the conclusions. There was no collusion. There was no obstruction charge. There's nothing here. After 2 years of doing this, we can read it in. You can talk about how you don't like it. You can talk about what you would like to ask. But at the end of the day, it's interesting. We'll read in the quotes that make the headlines, but we're also not going to read in the bottom line of what was actually concluded. So the Democrats are here trying again.
It's like, so it's utter fantasy, utter theater. Now, here's the thing I'm talking about, right? You're doing this theater, you're doing this fantasy, and you know that the media is going to back you up, is going to make that, put your show on the road, right? We know that Juliana Margulies is having nightmares. She's living in your dreams. She's actually, it's like some kind of horror movie, right? They put out their dreams, and then the media sends it out, and then this poor actress is sitting there screaming in her sleep. So it's like they're passing on their dreams. It's what is it? Nightmare. It's Nightmare on J Street, basically. It's so Nightmare on Pennsylvania Avenue. Anyway. They are doing this whole thing, but Trump knows it, right? And so Trump is just pushing them and pushing them. He's telling everybody, don't go. Don't respond to the subpoena. We have absolute immunity. Screw you. And now Nancy Pelosi knows that it may not be political suicide to impeach Trump. I don't know. How can we tell? But it's certainly a waste of time, right? You need a 2/3 majority in the Senate to convict him. So they would be wasting America's time and money doing this. But the other people in the House, they've gotten caught up in this fantasy. I mean, this is an actual phenomenon. You fantasize and you get caught up in your own fantasy, even knowing that it's not true, right? This is an actual psychological phenomenon. So now Nancy Pelosi is losing control of her caucus, and they're coming to her and saying, we want an impeachment. So today, this morning, they had a meeting in which they came to her and said, you know, this is really heating up and we're really getting in it now. And it's all nonsense. But she comes out, she has to do something, right? She can't just say, no, 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 no. I mean, she hasn't got that. There are independent votes. She hasn't got that much power. So she comes out after the meeting, and this is what she says.
It was a very positive meeting, a respectful sharing of ideas, and I think a very impressive presentation by our chairs. We do believe that it's important to follow the facts. We believe that no one is above the law, including the President of the United States, and we believe that the President of the United States is engaged in a cover-up. And that was the nature of the meeting.
Are you able to have a successful meeting on the position of some of your members on impeachment or contempt or anything? Is that part of the persuasion at this stage, Madam Speaker?
It wasn't a question of persuasion. We were just exchanging information and points of view.
So we're just exchanging information and points of view, but Donald Trump is committing a cover-up. So now, right, they have this meeting, right after this, they have this meeting about infrastructure. And this is a good thing for both the Democrats and the Republicans, because this is a thing that we conservatives are always very wary about, infrastructure stuff, right? Because a lot of infrastructure stuff, we say, why is the federal government paying for infrastructure? Why don't they do this in your locality? Why should the feds pay for a road in Georgia and a bridge here and all this stuff? Why is this going on? And can we afford it? And all the rest of the things that conservatives are known for saying, right? But the Democrats love it because it's spending money, it's taking your money and giving it to their unions, so they love it. And Trump wants it because we do need new infrastructure. So it's a place where they have common ground. So they go into this meeting, and it's good for both of them because the Democrats Democrats haven't done jack diddly squat. All they've done is their resistance kabuki going on. And Trump, of course, is also frozen. I mean, he has a lot of power overseas, and he has a lot of power with executive orders and things like that, and certainly cutting regulations, appointing judges. But he's not getting any legislation passed because of all the theater in the House. That's all they're doing. So this is a good thing for them both. Trump walks in, and he's just heard he's committed a cover-up. He tells him to stuff it. He walks out of the meeting and comes out to the press.
Things are going well. And I said, let's have the meeting on infrastructure. We'll get that done easily. That's one of the easy ones. And instead of walking in happily into a meeting, I walk in to look at people that had just said that I was doing a cover-up. I don't do cover-ups. You people know that probably better than anybody.
So he's holding them responsible for their fantasies in reality. He's basically saying, you want to impeach, you want to live in the matrix, you want to bring the whole country into the matrix, go the hell ahead. It is smart. It's smart politics. I mean, forget about the morality of it, because this is really not a moral story. This is a political story. These are two sides maneuvering for power, and Trump is doing it better than the Democrats. Nancy Pelosi, who was an old hand, and like, you got to hand it to her. You don't get that level of power for nothing. She is an old hand. She knows what's going on. She has said herself that Trump is goading them and goading them and goading them. She doesn't know what to do. Trump has got her. Essentially, it's like that old thing where you're playing checkers with a master and you think you've got him cornered, and he says, I've got you just where I want you, and he does. That's kind of what Trump is doing. He says, you want to impeach me? Bring it on. Bring it on. It's really amazing that Trump, who is a Carney Barker and a reality TV guy and a guy who knows about playing the audience, Trump is using reality to work their fantasy against them. It is an amazing piece of strategy, and it's great. And, you know, listen, the funny thing is that so much of what the left does, and I was talking about this yesterday, but so much of what the left does is fantasy. And the question is, are you going to be brought into their fantasy?